NewsBiscuit. Real fake news.
Welcome to NewsBiscuit, the UK's original fake news. NewsBiscuit, dystopian comedy for all the family.
I'm got old man's problems, so don't worry about it.
You've got old man problems.
Yeah, I'm all backed up. I'm gonna have to run out.
Right, okay.
You'll
I
have to
just wondered
come.
if you had
I
an
should
old
be
man.
all right.
I thought you wondered if you had like an old man move in with you, and that was the problem.
No, I'm the old man.
You're the old
I'm
man.
the old man. Yeah.
I'm your host, Wrenfoe, and I'm joined by the leading two causes of constipation. And I'd written that in advance of your preamble, Dan. So that is genius.
That's it. It all it's holistic.
It's amazing how the universe kind of lines up like that.
Gets all its shits in a row.
Yeah. So we've got Sketchly.
Hello.
And we've got Dan Sweryt.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. This month sees a partial U-turn on winter fuel allowance. Only millionaires will be eligible. The band Kneecap is accused of glorifying terror with its name, while Joy Division is fine. And the UK takes out a 99-year lease on a remote, forgotten island. But enough of the Isle of Wight. And that brings us to our first round news and brief, where our panelists select their favourite headlines. Sketchly, what have you got?
TV series about colourblindness gets the grey light. Elbow to get joint billing with Kneecap on Glastonbury Pyramid stage.
Well, yeah, we already mentioned kind of Kneecap because, yeah, they're just. Have you anyone actually listened to any of their music?
No.
It's decidedly mid. Yeah, there's nothing good about it. It's not awful. It's not particularly special. But they couldn't buy this publicity if they tried. And everyone seems to be sucking into it. Because the point about being often an artist or a band is to break through, you've got to create kind of a buzz around you. You've got to go like a Lady Gaga. You've got to wear a meat dress or something, yeah? And everyone goes, "You're mad." And you go, "Yes, I am." And I've got albums to sell you. And for Kneecap, all the kind of the MPs going, "Oh, this is outrageous." They must be thinking, "Ka-ching."
I'd not heard of them at all.
No.
But
Had it not been for the controversy, they would have just disappeared. Yeah, let's be honest, an obscure rap band from Ireland, instantly, that's a bad combo. Yeah, Kanye West doesn't normally have to worry about that kind of competition, but yeah.
He's got his own problems.
He has. Did anyone
Money ain't one.
Money ain't one. Yeah, did anyone hear his latest one? His latest track?
What's he said now?
Is this
It's the N-word Hitler song.
Oh, right, okay.
I haven't heard it. I've heard about it.
He's mashed up two of the more controversial elements into one song. And here's the thing: I've listened to it. It's a cracking song. It's a I'm saying it in all honesty. It's got a brilliant beat and everything to it. Structurally, it works. It's slightly controversial, but obviously everyone can't see past the Hitler references. But also, it's a weird thing about kind of rap music is everyone's so oblivious to the N-word now, thanks to rap music. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's fine," but Hitler, and you're like, "Well, I feel both are kind of bad."
I've not heard any of Hitler's back catalogue.
Yes.
What was his music like?
Well, it's all he just sings about landscapes and things. And yeah.
Is that Bavarian smashing your knees and all that lot?
Digging gets underway to find Tory's latest poll rating.
Yeah, we reference this kind of almost every month about how horrendous the Labour Party is and how horrendous Reform Party is, but then how anonymous the Conservative Party is. And I do worry that there's a whole seam of good satirical comedy that's drying up here. If the Conservatives go, the Rees Moggs of the world disappear. That's 60% of the articles we write.
Yeah.
They need to be protected and endangered, whatever. Yeah, anyway. So
What,
carry
in a
on.
zoo?
Yeah.
WWF placed Conservative MPs on endangered species list.
Oh, talking about zoos. Sorry, I'm going off on one. Zoos. I went down a rabbit hole on the internet this week. Human zoos. Had anyone heard of human zoos?
No.
No, zoos
No.
where human beings are kept in captivity.
I got the idea from the title.
Okay. Smart lad. No, and it's like often people from indigenous cultures and stuff, and they're paraded around like they're animals.
Right.
And I was going, well, this is horrendous. I started reading the thing. I'm going, this is terrible. Oh, the people in the 1800s that did this kind of thing are terrible, terrible people. And I got into the article and it went, the last one closed in France in 1990. I'm like, holy fuck. And there was and then on the article, there was a couple of French people online who were sort of complaining about the French being characterized as terribly racist. They go, no, come on, cut us a break. It opened in 1950, it closed in 1990. I'm like, that's not a win. Yeah, so the French had them. Belgium had loads. America had lots in the early 1900s.
Belgium had loads. It's not that big. What?
Yeah,
Move for a human zoo.
Belgium and Congo and what have you. We think of them as just jolly people who make chocolate, as opposed to genocidal maniacs.
Not so much the Congo.
Historically, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so human zoos, holy fuck.
Well, I do remember seeing a thing quite recently where what they do is they put people in a cage and drive them into like a safari park and let the animals sort of climb around on top of the cage and things. But the people are safe inside the cage.
People have paid to do this, have they?
Yeah, to get us, to get up close to the animals, sort of thing. It's sort of like the next step up on safari parks.
Well, I think it's the next step into kind of, it's a Darwin Award, surely waiting to happen. Is this this kind of weird heady combination of certain people who've got too much money and sort of time on their hands and zero imagination? Because the rest of us would go, what would happen if I was up close to a lion? It'd eat me. Whereas these people genuinely, it hasn't occurred to them until they're locked in a cage in the middle of a Serengeti or whatever, and then suddenly going, fuck, this is a terrible idea. You're like,
maybe it's they're testing a cure. They're testing a cure for constipation.
Yeah, no, that definitely do it. Yeah.
On a NewsBiscuit callback.
Yes.
For many NewsBiscuit podcasts, I managed to finally watch Cocaine Bear last night.
You actually, off the back of us talking about it, you were like,
no. I put it on my Netflix list the last time, and it came up yesterday.
Oh,
again.
okay.
And I thought it might be a good cure for constipation, as Sketchley was saying.
And did it fulfill all the promise?
Do you know what? It's funnier than you expect it to be.
I expect it to be pretty funny.
Yeah,
you mean it's knowingly funny?
It's knowingly funny.
Okay.
It's very funny, but it's still a bear on cocaine.
And is that the scariest predator that exists? A bear on cocaine?
I don't know. I thought a shark on cocaine. Didn't we have that conversation?
We had that. Yeah.
Well, I just think now you've seen documentary evidence.
All right. In the woods. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I could take a shark in the woods. I feel.
Yeah, but not so much a bear.
Right. Okay.
3 stars.
3 stars.
Vegetarian reluctant to join Meat 2 movement.
Oh,
that's grown and then some.
That is the correct reaction.
Yeah. Right then, Dan. What about you?
Transgender individual arrested for listening to Women's Hour. Man who trashed Tia and finds himself in hot water. Drought hit areas to receive extra bank holiday in an effort to boost rainfall and top up reservoirs.
A lot of the bank holidays actually fall in my holidays.
Yeah.
So I'm not really aware of bank holiday that exists until I'm like, why are all these people around? Why are people around? And then people explain that they're on holiday too.
I'm freelance, so bank holidays don't exist. I still have to work.
Oh, really?
And
so
the kids are around as well, so I don't really know what the hell's going on. To be perfectly honest, is it Sunday? Why is everyone here? Bus replacement services to be nationalised.
Yeah, and this is this odd claim. I mean, the Labour Party always claim they've done a thing, and then you read the small print and you realise they haven't really done it. They fudged it. So there is obviously privatised rail services whose contracts are coming to an end. So by default, they become nationalised. It's not like they had been nationalised.
It's like Jeremy Clarkson lost his job, where he was actually out of contract.
Yes,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
But one of the companies that has become nationalised is primarily just a bus replacement service. And when I saw the headline, because Mrs. Wrenfoe forwarded it to me, and she went, "Did NewsBiscuit write this?" I'm like,
I've read it out. I didn't realise it was a true.
I feel we should have done.
Well,
no, I mean your gag is obviously it's to be national, but it actually has it kind of has happened that this rail service is primarily bus replacement. So we've now,
Now we've got a megabus. National megabus.
Yeah, very weird.
Speaking of Labour claiming things that they haven't actually done,
Yeah,
I was watching a show the other day where Labour were claiming that they'd brought immigration down or something. And the presenter pointed out that there was actually a thing that was put into place by Sunak before he left. And the Labour guy said, yeah, but we didn't oppose it.
We're taking credit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't oppose the cure for smallpox, but
thank you. Thank
bit
you.
harsh for me to sort of say, yeah, and I did it.
And Man United didn't oppose Tottenham last week in the Europa League final. They can't claim to have won it.
Yeah, I mean, the Labour Party are a wondrous disappointment on so many levels. Well, I thought they were going to be shit beforehand. So I've actually, while everyone else is having a miserable time in the UK, I'm having my best time because I'm living in the I told you so zone, which is the most satisfying zone to be in.
And you've made so many new friends since.
Yeah, even when I've had like serious medical conditions in the past, when I've diagnosed myself and it's taken yonks for it to come out what it really was. Again, I've been slightly satisfied, despite the fact I've been very ill. I've been going, yeah, but I'm right.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and that it turns out that's what I like more than anything.
Oh my God, you sound like a reform voter.
Yeah, I'm sure they're right a lot of the time.
I've reached that sort of weird non-idealism now where even though Labour aren't great, I still think they're better than the last lot. And I'm wondering what level they have to get to before I think they're worse than the last lot.
See, yeah, you're the kind of person who's been living in an abusive relationship for too long, and you're now just accepting that as the new norm. You've got such a low bar.
I think when they stop collecting the bins. So if I was living in Birmingham, maybe
that's for you. Is the
I don't know if that is the right level because. Would it be all the bins, or would it just be the composting bin?
What, you'd lose it when the composting bin went?
Like, the composting bin's the worst one, isn't it? Surely that's the one.
I don't have a composting bin where we are. We don't have one of those.
Do you have foxes? Do you have lots of foxes? Because they're like the composting bin. Let me tell you, that'll be the new policy.
No, we don't have a bin for green rubbish. We don't have a composting bin. The best we can do is you just chuck it over the fence into a neighbour's garden.
I skip every couple of weeks.
Yeah, I love a skip. A skip to me is just kind of it's just all potential. The skip.
Yeah, and filling it is a good feeling.
It's a promise of a new beginning.
Yeah, and also you can clear out the cesspit as well.
Yes, yeah. Where the bodies go. Right, our next round is True Biscuit, where a panel has to guess which is a real headline and which is a fake one. Dan, we're going to start with you.
Famous anti-piracy campaign uses pirated typeface.
Always slightly disappointed by any kind of references to piracy, that it doesn't involve pirates.
Actual pirates.
Yes. Yeah, because it's so much more sort of glamorous and fun if you've got people going, ha ha.
Well, maybe this one was
DVD, my love.
This was anti-piracy. It was, don't go on the open seas.
Don't go and
don't raise the wrong flag.
It was always really weird as well, wasn't it? An advert at the start of the movies and stuff. It was like, well, you wouldn't shoot a panda, you wouldn't strangle a puppy, you wouldn't eat 5,000 tons of lard, and you wouldn't pirate a DVD. And I'm like going, I definitely would. That last one sounds all right, pirating a DVD. That doesn't bother me at all. I'm not going to kill pandas, but I'll pirate a DVD.
I never knew that eating 500 pounds of lard was illegal.
No, they're just warning you not to do it.
Sorry. No, I thought the other things were illegal. That was all until you got to the lard.
Are you now a bit worried that you've now been living a criminal life, Dan?
On lard.
Is this why you're backed up?
Criminal. This explains a lot.
That would lubricate, if anything, surely.
It came out of there like Lewis Hamilton. Broke the toilet bowl.
The only sort of font that would never get pirated is like Wingdings or something like that, because no one understands what it is anywho.
Comic Sans. Nobody likes Comic Sans.
No one teachers like Comic Sans.
Teachers do. They write their
angry
letters in Comic Sans.
Comic Sans, you get everything in Comic Sans from teachers.
Do you?
It's like
Are
the
you
default.
two in primary school?
Yeah,
what the hell?
Yeah, this is a primary school thing.
Is this something that exists in people's minds that they think is a real thing? Is this like a Mandela effect, but actually isn't?
No, it's real. It's
Teachers
real.
use Comic Sans.
Yeah.
Is it giving the impression of like, hey, I'm not as square as you think I am? Kind of. Is that
Until you get to the tone of the letter from the teacher.
Yes. Yeah. You are sacked. Kind
It's
of
like
levels
the
in
doctor who
vibe.
gives you bad news with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay.
True biscuit.
It was true.
Hey!
Yeah.
The thing is, people don't tend to think of fonts as being, copyrighted, do they? Because
No,
they're
no.
everywhere.
I was gonna say I was chatting to a guy on the internet. I wasn't. I was observing someone chatting on the internet. I didn't join in, which is kind of weird. It feels a bit pervy when you describe that.
Wheel voyeurism, isn't it?
But yeah,
Is
he's
this
a
on the
guy
tube?
he'd invented lots of computer games during the 80s and 90s, early
Yeah.
90s, and he was saying they employed a particular artist just to invent fonts for all of the computer games they did, and that was their sole job. And he was waxing lyrical about this guy, saying how amazing he was, and he really found fonts that reflected the game. But again, it's just like oh god, shit, it hadn't even occurred to me that you'd have to be constructing your own fonts in the game.
But he's in witness protection because he invented Comic Sans.
Yeah.
And I can't go out. And the font mafia.
Right then, Sketchly, what about you?
Texas man shoots armadillo. Bullet ricochets back in his own face.
Dan is actually
Yep.
cracking up.
Everyone-
You can't hear it, but he's. I just anything involving a Texan, you've got to assume that's possibly true. Again, off the back of the human zoos conversation we had earlier, I watched another thing with some guy was talking about because he comes from Texas. He's saying, I wasn't aware of this. They've got huge, vast kind of areas of land in Texas that are fenced out, and they've populated it with exotic endangered species, and you can pay to go in there and shoot them.
Like a human
that's-
zoo.
Nice.
Well, who's to say what goes on in some of these private property? I wouldn't put it
Yeah.
past one or two of them to go full Hunger Games.
You can't shoot the armadillos anymore, can you? Because
But it's that thing of where you occasionally see some sort of American trophy hunter posing on the internet next to
Yeah.
a dead lion or what have you. And I've always assumed they're out in kind of Africa or wherever it is, killing these animals.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. It turns out quite a few of them are just imported to Texas, and they do it there.
10 minutes from his house.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot that lion? Oh, just down.
No
Down
bother
back
at
lane.
all, really.
Nigel's house.
Yeah. He was looking over the fence into my garden.
Didn't like it.
Is it much of an achievement if it's like just a half-hour kill a thing and come back? I mean, it's not the old man in the sea, is it?
No.
Where you're struggling with this creature for like days on end.
If you want to be a real trophy hunter, you should go up against the animal with no weapons. Completely fair.
Yeah.
The animal has no weapons. You have no weapons. There you go. Let's see how you do.
You get put in a cage at the start, isn't that right,
Yep.
Sketchy?
Yeah.
And then there's and then according to Dan, there's a big bag of cocaine, and whoever
You
snorts
both get it.
You both get it.
Yeah. And then it's a fight.
Yeah, and in that scenario, you with all that cocaine, you probably fancy your chances as well. You're like, yeah, I can fight a bear. Yeah, and I can write a screenplay. I can do both those things.
Where's
the same
where's
time.
the sort of equal level? Because I mean, you couldn't beat a lion 1-on-1, and you couldn't beat a bear, but and you could beat.
If you're coked up, Dan,
An
I think you
avocado.
can do any of those things. I think you just back yourself with enough cocaine. If West Ham football supporters have taught me anything, give a man enough cocaine and he
Yeah.
thinks
He can rule the world.
Yeah. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, this guy. I can't remember what he did now.
Armadillo in
he
the face.
shot an armadillo.
He shot an armadillo.
Why would
The
you shoot an
bullet ricocheted.
armadillo?
Because you're on cocaine.
Spare bullet in his gun. Had to use it somewhere.
Yeah, they go off, don't they, after wild bullets? I'm told.
Yeah. Got to get your money's worth.
They're so reinforced, are they, armadillos, that they can withstand.
Well, this is the thing. See, everyone was so worried about the machines rising up. Nobody bothered to check on the armadillos.
No.
And now they've discovered Teflon.
I actually don't know that many Texans. I've hardly met any in my entire life. And most of my knowledge of Texas comes from a friend of mine who was a trainee teacher out in Texas. And she said she had to pay for the toilet roll for the kids because the schools were so bankrupt over there.
At least it's not that tracing paper stuff that we had to.
Oh, that was the worst.
No.
That just moves it around.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
You're just
Whoosh.
smearing.
Yeah.
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 What was the point of that? Because the person who invented that tracing paper toilet roll, they must have gone, this is so useless at its fundamental role that the people do better just use their hand.
I don't know if I can link the two, but the Bibles in my Catholic education were made of the same stuff.
They were.
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah, you see? You didn't think of that before, did you? You've not thought about the Bible since
No, I
primary
never
school.
used the Bible to wipe my
all the
ass.
offcuts.
Yeah. I am now definitely going to hell. And it hasn't even probably cleared the problem up. I wonder if there was like someone who got a bulk kind of thing of this horrible tracing paper stuff. I can't sell it, so I'm going to repackage it as the ideal paper
Maybe it was
substitute.
the Texas schools. That's why they've not got toilet paper, because you know how capitalist they are over there. They were just selling it off. Some guy was getting it in for the school. Some caretaker somewhere. He's now a billionaire because he's sold all this Bible paper.
What's the tracing paper stuff made from?
Tracing paper.
No, it had a name. It had a name, didn't it? I can't remember what.
Greaseproof paper.
It wasn't grease.
But it was a kind of like, it was like
It
a
was.
grease-
It was.
It's
It probably
very
was.
similar,
It was
to
similar to
that
that.
stuff you.
But what is
you
it made of? Has it no tree paper quality in it whatsoever? Is it made of a? I don't know. Is it made?
Was it like a plastic?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got to Google that after this episode.
So somewhere, because plastic's non-biodegradable, somewhere out there is in a landfill, and a load of primary school kids poo.
Oh my word! The damage we did to the environment. Right. Okay. Dan, this armadillo, is it getting shot or is it not getting shot?
False. How do we play this again?
I don't know.
Not
is
True
our-
Biscuit.
This is our 49th episode, by the way.
Is it? Oh, well.
Yeah, we've done this.
My condolences.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. It's still not entirely clear what the rules this are. Is it like Mornington Crescent where the
rules are different every week?
Yeah.
False biscuit.
False biscuit. Say biscuit, right? My local football team, right? I book a season ticket every year, right? I've done that for about 20 years. And for the last 10, 15 years, it's been it's a seated season ticket, right? Because actually the cost is the same, it turns out. I didn't know that. For 5 years, I was standing going, I could never afford one of those seats. It turns out, same price. But for some reason, in the initial email exchange, when I ordered the season ticket, they got my first name right. My first name's on the season ticket. My surname is now Biscuit. And it has my name on the seat now, such and such Biscuit. And I don't know where there must in some exchange, there must have been something linked to NewsBiscuit or something. I don't know. But I'm now forever such and such Biscuit.
That's amazing.
It is, isn't it? And obviously, if I took anyone from NewsBiscuit along, they'd just assume I'd change my name by deed poll because I'm so committed to the site.
Buying into the brand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mr. Biscuit.
Yeah. Soggy to his mates.
That's amazing.
Yeah, sorry, we said false on the shot to the armadillo.
Okay. No, apparently it's true.
Armadillos are bulletproof.
Apparently.
Just on enough cocaine, they don't care.
Student rescued from mountain twice in 4 days after going back to find his phone.
Right. I just
That wasn't the end of it. No?
I didn't need the phone bit is an extra to the chef's kiss. I just I did this idiot just rescued twice. He thinks he's wandering back. For fuck's sake. You do that with pets sometimes. You know, I've done that a few times where I've rescued a cat from a roof or a tree.
What you're going to say, a burning building?
Yeah, no. Burning, sorry. But yeah, where the cat has claimed that it's stuck, and obviously it probably isn't stuck, but it's going, I'm stuck, save me. So I've gone up, got it down, and the cat's going, thank you very much. I will now climb that thing again. Like, you fucker. You absolutely, And you can, if I get stuck again, you'll get me down. No, I won't. So I could see a student doing that, just constantly just wandering about. But it was going to get their phone.
Yeah.
Was that the reason they went up the mountain the first time?
No, they went up. They went up and got altitude sickness. This is a Chinese student going to Japan's Mount Fuji. Made an emergency call after getting altitude sickness, and they brought him down. And then they got another call to the mountain to find the same student.
On the same phone, phoning on the same phone again.
Looking after his phone, looking for his phone.
Is it snowy on Mount Fuji? I don't know.
Paintings it is.
You can go skiing there, so I
Oh,
reckon.
so it's
Yeah.
to find his phone. He's done
Dan,
well.
you can go skiing on anything technically.
Well, yeah, all right.
Not
but
successfully.
I mean, they don't sell it. They don't sell it as a.
You can go skiing.
They don't
on
sell it
grass.
as no snow skiing,
Yeah.
unless you go to Telford, I guess.
So we've established it is chilly up there. Obviously it's a mountain, so the altitude is a definite thing.
Yeah, the second call was for altitude sickness as well. It wasn't come and help me
found
find
my
my phone.
yeah. I'd love to know what how he started the conversation that second time round. Though, yeah, me again. You'll never guess.
Sorry to do this.
Or maybe it was like just one of those things. Did you call me? No, you phoned us. I had a missed call on my.
Unless it was a lie, he got up there, looked back down, saw how far he had to go. I was like, "Oh no.
That's all right. Isn't it? Going up's fine, isn't it?
Yeah,
Going up
yeah,
and anything. It's just when you look down, it's
it's like,
kicks in.
and it always
always
seems
felt
higher
it-
when you're up.
I always felt the other way about mountains. I don't like climbing them because it's exhausting. I can roll down a mountain.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like climbing mountains.
Who climbs a mountain by themselves as well? It's a bit risky, isn't it?
Was it not helicopter? Did they not send a helicopter and sort of stretcher him up?
Airlifted down.
Yeah.
They didn't stretcher him up. That would have been cruel. He's already got altitude sickness. We'll take him up a mountain.
No.
It's
Drop
what he
him off.
wanted. It's what he wanted. He wanted to see the top. We'll take him to the top. I said, I can't breathe. What was that? You want to see the top? I can't breathe. You'll love it up here. Oh, you've gone blue. Where's your phone?
What I should do is cut out a giant like helter-skelter thing all the way down. And once they're up the top, they just go.
Oh, amazing.
To be someone up there with the mats to make sure that no one, all the mats came back.
Oh, carrying the mats up would be a bugger, wouldn't it? Oh, that's where you need Sherpas.
He was probably only up there trying to get a phone signal, just holding his phone up, going, "Where's the signal?" and just found himself at the top. Almost like GPS. Yeah. Find my phone.
Yeah.
But that's on his phone.
Yeah,
Yes.
but if he had a tablet, we went up there with a tablet.
Oh my God, he's taking all
don't
his
do that.
equipment up there.
So one at a time. to
Maybe that's
track
what
it down.
Moses was doing.
No,
Every 4 days they have to go and rescue because he's taken more white goods up there. Why you brought a fridge up?
Maybe
It's
there's
not. The fridge makes sense if you see the other 12 items that we've got. It's like the woman swallowing the fly. Each new item is required to find the last
The
one.
fridge is the only thing I've got left with Wi-Fi. I need to find these other things.
There's a branch of Radio Shack at the top of the map. Maybe that's where he's going.
Right. Okay, Sketch, this is true or false.
Oh, it's true. True biscuit.
It is true. It was the peak's off season where officials urged people to be aware of incredibly harsh conditions.
Yeah.
And he did it twice. He
He
deserved a
did
medal.
well. He needed to keep his Duolingo run going, didn't he? That was...
TV first, as last time and next time fill entire episode.
I do hate the last time bits that they have on stuff.
and
particularly
the
now.
next time.
I
The
don't
next
mind-
time is worse than the last time.
The next time is worse in the middle of match
Oh,
of the day when it
oh
says
God.
coming up in the next half.
the goals.
It's coming up in a literally second.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Or they predict next week's results. Next week, Man United will lose. How do you know? Yeah, because the last time one particularly doesn't work now because, of course, we tend to watch stuff. We binge watch stuff, don't we, back to back. And it feels insanely patronising for someone to go, "Do you remember what happened 5 minutes earlier?" I go, "Yeah, I just finished."
But I don't know because some stuff we've watched and there's been like a 2-year gap, and I've literally no idea what's going on if they don't start with the next time.
Oh, okay.
If
Because
it's
we tend to fast forward through that bit anyway, and then have to rewind back because we can't remember. Like Handmaid's Tale came back, and the last time we watched it was 18 months ago, and literally no idea what was happening.
I imagine a lot of raping.
Yeah, well, it was.
That's the only thing I can remember. Handmaid's Tale. It's just very rapey, and that seemed to be it. All the women having a rough old time of it. See, they should get me in summarising it at the start.
Bit rapey.
Bit rapey.
Mr. Biscuit's rape.
Moving on.
Rape update.
On just any show. You
Oh,
just
any
at
show,
the start of it.
Yeah, no rapes
It's
today.
Antiques Roadshow. No rapes this week.
Next time
But
on
I'm
the
looking
Antiques
for real
Roadshow.
deal.
Next time, maybe.
That's 10 minutes of unbroadcastable material.
Yeah. And they say there's no good rape jokes out there. I don't think we've proved them wrong at all. And yeah, the future bit as well. That is who likes spoilers? Does anyone like spoilers?
No.
No.
I mean, the only way it would work is if the episode you watch was so shit that you were like, we're not watching any more of it. And then they do this little tag on bit at the end. They went, oh, but next week there'll be jelly. And you're like, oh, all right, I like jelly.
Dan
I
is
like
laughing,
the-
just for the people listening. That did get a laugh.
Dan's laughing, but he told Dan on the podcast when he laughs a lot, he then sort of breaks into a coughing fit and he has to mute himself. So he just gets silence and it feels really moody. But the viewers at home need to know that Dan was enjoying all of that.
It was absolutely
just too much of it.
Look at the tears, man.
Not the first time there's been tears on this podcast.
Nor will it be the last.
False. I don't know what I'm saying. True then. True. Change my mind.
Oh God.
No, it was false. Taken from the NewsBiscuit book.
Hey.
Real fake news available from NewsBiscuit.
Yeah. We're still selling them. Somewhere there's a warehouse in Poland. We've tried setting fire to it and claiming on the insurance, but the sprinkler system is too good. So there's some damp copies that are available. One where the book really expands, it looks twice the size. So you feel that you're getting value with the NewsBiscuit book when it comes through the post. You're like, wow, it's massive, but it's just
Is it printed on that Bible paper?
It's water damage.
I'm really looking forward to the one that comes out in Comic Sans.
Yes, Comic Sans. And on tracing paper, brilliant.
With the brown smear down.
Oh God! Finally, we reached the magic 8-ball.
The magic 8-ball!
Each of our guests is going to give us their predictions for next month's news.
Starmer is to take a break from politics as he goes in search for the grand old Oz in the hope that he'll give him a heart, a brain, and some courage.
Yes, and some likability.
Personality in general,
Yes.
really.
Oh. He's lovely, isn't he? Because he's one of those guys, and you don't really encounter them too often. Where the more you know about them, the more the more you spend time with them, the more you hate them. Most people, it's the reverse is true. There's usually some redeeming qualities, but you just go.
But the more you spend time with him, the less you know as well.
Yes.
That's that.
Apparently, he's got 2 sons, but one's a daughter. But not really. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I wonder
His
what his
dad
did.
Dad was a tool who worked in a factory. But
Mum was a nurse.
yeah. He was head of
His
the
mum and his
Crown.
wife.
He was head of the Crown Prosecution Service, who arrested lots of people, but he has no knowledge of Jimmy Savile and Prince Andrew.
Well, no knowledge of them at all.
He's like, I don't know who those people are.
No.
He didn't.
This is a great program. Watch this. He makes
when
kids' dreams come true.
And when he got his knighted from the Queen, at no point did he bother to ask, like, "Where's your son? We need to have word with him." That was a perfect opportunity. His big argument is, "Oh no, I was too busy. I couldn't. I didn't know anything was going on." But you were there. His mum was there. You had a couple of minutes. Ask the question.
Thames Water renationalisation revealed to be a huge pile of shit.
And that brings us to the end of this episode, and I can reveal this month's winner is Enoch Powell, thanks to Keir Starmer. And I'd like to thank Sketchley.
See ya.
And Dan Sweryt.
Bye.
And I leave you with these headlines. Mexican ship crashes while captain looks for Gulf of Mexico on US map. Man puts tanning salon plans on back burner. And struggling blinds company told pay up or it's curtains.
You've been listening to NewsBiscuit, free to read and free to write for. We accept submissions from any budding satirist, young or old. Visit newsbiscuit.com to submit headlines, stories, and to support new writers.
NewsBiscuit. Real fake news.
I'm Mr. Biscuit. Nobody knows who I am. I should take a photograph of it, actually, the seat, and so
It
you
is
can show you guys, so
amazing.
you can realise that it's a true thing.
It's
And then when-
genuinely amazing.
The first time I turned up, because I'm seats next to some people I know, and
They don't know you
And
anymore.
I see their name, and they see their name. I'm going, "Where's my seat?" And obviously there's this guy, Mr. Biscuit, and then. I'm pretty sure it was for the first couple of games we left that seat empty because we thought it was someone else's seat, so I just sat somewhere else. And then slowly it kind of dawned on me: am I Mr. Biscuit? Am I? And yeah,
That's amazing.
We'll go next time. Go dressed as like a fig roll.
yeah, a big gingerbread
Yeah.
man outfit.
And then if someone's already sat there dressed as the digestive, you'll know it's not you.
But yeah,
You can
so we
cause a real
definitely-
controvery by dressing as a Jaffa cake.
Yeah, we definitely had a chat the first time though. We were like, "Oh, who's this Mr. Biscuit guy? That's a weird name." And then, like a couple of games later, I'm gonna go, "Oh, I think it's me."
So you revealed it like a mass singer.
Yeah.
You had to reveal yourself.
Right. Okay.
Biscuit.
I know.
It's
And I can't
amazing.
stop it. Every time I email them every year with my real name, my real details,
The
they
reply
say-
comes back, "Dear Mr.
Yes.
Biscuit, I'm sorry, we could not update our system."
Oh,
Next week on NewsBiscuit.